Welcome to the video, whatever, cross-examination, do whatever it is, look up these dates, this years, whatever the case may be. However, the part of this story, like, in my life, I don't know, this was something, I feel like this was like a suppressed memory. However, there's a VHS, there's an actual video, like, if old cassette tape I was in. And I remember going to this funeral and I remember standing over the casket. Now, I'm not sure. Well, it's two funerals in particularly that I remember, but as a kid, like I was little. But not little, like I ain't forget this type little. Like I can remember some shit that happened to me when I was like 2. However, I had to be between 5, no, 4 or 7, okay? Now, I had a Aunt Marion Denise, that was supposed to be on my quote unquote dad's side. All of this coincides and it's fucking weird to me and it's throwing me off. So you got Marion Denise Luter, and then you got Marion. I'm not sure what my Aunt Marion's name was because Georgetta changed her name so many fucking times. I don't even know how many times this woman got married. However, every time that she got married, she got insurance money of every single person that she married. Like, especially the ones that passed away, she got insurance money. Now, the craziest thing that I'm adding in the pieces to it, okay, was that I don't even know what caused Uncle Sam to start drinking. Like, he is a pure in alcoholic, but supposedly he was going to rehab and detoxing. However, with my grandma, something stuck out to me because, like I said, she used to be on that crack rock real hard right back in the days. I think she didn't get off of that shit until I was like 13, 14 years old, or whatever the case may be. And I take myself to the Lord. Then so and so with my auntie when she got married to the Dawkins dude, supposedly she changed her life. No, because the story pinned into her with my cousin Nisi. I think Nisi probably passed away, what, it may have been the same year my son passed away, if not the year prior. It was either 2020 or 2021 that my cousin Nisi passed away. However, with the situation with Nisi, what I felt was funny was due to the simple fact because, let's say, Auntie Dawkins, um, her, she always had an issue with her because supposedly way back in the days, way back in the 90s, supposedly she had took her identity and messed up her credit, and she held on to a grudge so long. But mind you, she didn't want it to look like she was still holding this grudge, and she invited my cousin Nisi and my aunt Savinia, may they both rest in peace. Now, Rooster, I hope you listening to this video because people could take it however they want to take it. But if you want to listen to it in the best way scenario, so y'all all can get the pieces that y'all need, it will make sense. All the way down to Quentin. I don't know what your older brother's name is. I can't remember y'all name. However, I know for a fact that y'all was coming to me to get pieces to the puzzle, and I know you've been using this alias of Lamont Taylor type thing. So y'all using this alias is not working for me. But I've been knowing all of y'all coming to me to get these readings to put the pieces together. But anyways, with Nisi, she passed away in a house fire. But the thing of it was only one part of the house. So supposedly it was like the guy house was hoarded and she probably died away from the smoke inhalation. However, what seems so funny to me is stick out to me. Supposedly she was in the industry. So if you know what I'm saying when I say the industry, you know what I'm saying, those SWs, you know, working the pole type thing. When you are in there, it's too easy to pay somebody, shoot, they struggling, shoot, you get them fired, you give them a stack $1,000, they willing to do anything. Cause to them, the hood rich type thing, you give them $1,000, give them a motherfucking $5,000. I promise you, they'll do anything that you need them to do under the sun. And if it's gonna take them a month or two, and especially if you be like, hey, well, I'll give you 5,000 right now, and then I'll break up the rest of your payments in increments or whatever the case may be. With her, I feel that whoever she was with or whatever, somebody was paid for her passing, because I felt so funny when they told me that she had passed away, because I remember she called me and she was the only person, and this was around the time when I left my ex-husband. Well, yeah, he my ex-husband. However, I feel like that marriage wasn't even supposed to have been valid. That's neither here nor there, because look up, my name, the last name was Sharita Taylor, whatever the case may be. I don't feel like the marriage was valid, and I also feel like they was involved with the death of my son, because it's just like something just don't feel right, and I know my intuition is not gonna lie to me. However, how my cousin passed away, just a few weeks prior, me and her was conversating back and forth, and I had really needed some help, because I had needed to just like at least just make sure, because I didn't want to have to keep paying for somebody to come to my house, a stranger, and still got to figure out, are they a good fit to be able to help me so I can start my business back then. But then, I let it go, because it was like my focus had to be on getting myself together mentally and stuff like that, because, of course, discovering, what I'm saying, it ain't normal. Like, yeah, normal marriages, you be like, oh, you left because of infidelity, or they done had a baby or something like that. Like, no, this is, not only is infidelity, not only did you have a kid, but shit, at the same time, I'm getting left for him to go be with a man. So, of course, like, that was just like a big shocker over trauma. But during that time, I was in contact with my cousin Nisi, and she was going to get her stuff together and figure out whatever it was that she needed to do, because she had something going on that she was trying to close out, and she was going to fly up to Colorado with me to come help me with my kids. Now, all of a sudden, when it was coming close to the time for her to get ready to come or whatever the case may be, that's when I I got like this random call. Mind you, I don't talk to my cousins, the Dawkins people. I don't talk to none of them. I don't really even deal with their kids like that. Like, I'll deal with their kids, but not them, her kids, like the grown kids. I'll deal with the kids because the kids is all around the same age as my kids. So, I love the kids. However, if I gotta, dismiss y'all, I gotta dismiss y'all. But my cousin Nisa was supposed to come to Colorado, come help me with the kids so I can get things situated. And, I have special needs children, and I wanted to make sure that I was making 2 appointments and stuff like that, because during that time, this little Chapman little cousin of mine was helping my ex-husband at the time, and my mama and them. They was calling DCF and CPS on me and stuff like that. So I was just trying to, make sure I put my foot in the game and make sure that I stay ahead of the game and not missing any appointments. But mind you, it's dead winter in Colorado, and if you ain't ever been in Colorado, winters can be a little bit rough sometimes. And I was sitting there driving my big body van around, and them kids and stuff like that in the cold weather, and their bones and asthma and stuff like that. She was gonna come help me, and that was like the only person that I could really call on and be like, she didn't have nothing to lose, and plus I would have been able to pay her, and she could have been able to get back on her feet. So it was cool with me. But however, her passing was really odd to me. So I remember after the fact, after her passing and stuff like that, and then close to the time where it was like, when my son passed away, I just felt it was a little funny. And it was just like, I remember just like with my family, with my mom and all of them. And I'm just like, y'all act a little weird for somebody passing away. And like, this was like the only real relatives that I seen outside of my cousin Verita and Aunt Eva. Like, that motherfucker right there, I feel like she was so fucking scorned or scarred as a kid, because she only had one kid. But that motherfucker is so scorned and hateful and mean, like, it was ridiculous. But however, her pain goes way deeper than anything else. However, I started to notice everybody around me started acting like, when I say beyond funny, like I already knew they was talking about me, and I already knew ain't none of them, even still now, they have no balls, no courage. Like even the men, and it's like, she ain't got no respect. Why would I respect somebody that you don't even have respect for yourself, let alone your own fucking wife or kids? And then it's like, I don't ever see you as a man, and I never did. So it's just like people never understood, like, I give you what you give me. And if you're giving me that you're less of authority, then trust me, I'm going to stay in my, I'm going to stand in my authority regardless. However, I just knew something was really funny and really off about with the situation with my cousin Niecy. However, when she passed, I just noticed like the energy was shifted. Like it was like one of those relief, like, oh, I ain't gotta do such and such no more, and I ain't gotta say this no more. However, with my cousin Rooster, he had left, got married with his wife, and moved across the country. But I remember reaching out to him, looking to talk to him or whatever, and asking, because I was like, okay, well, with my ex-husband, because he kept, like, the longer I stayed in Colorado, he was cutting my brakes, my tires, busting out my window. Well, he didn't bust out the window. He had the Elizabeth Perez girl, whoever she was connected to out there in Colorado. They bust out my window while I was at school. And this was also around the time where they was hoping that I was going extra spiral, and I had called Pierce, and she came up with her daughters to come help me with the kids. And that was like around the time when I just already knew and understood, like, hey, like, this ain't gonna work. This, the whole situation in the marriage just wasn't gonna work. Like, I already knew that it wasn't gonna work from the time I even married the man. So it's just like all the stuff all around it leading towards that with Niecy. And then, like, right after Niecy, it was the passing of my son. And then it was just like, as that was happening, I just started to think about it, because all of a sudden they used to be like, oh my gosh, Quentin is here, Quentin is here. I think they were living in like North Carolina or something like that. And it was like they were trying to connect to the family, but it was like they still kept their distance. However, when my mama, with her emotional manipulative self, oh, my grandma used to just talk so crazy about him, da, 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 da. But it was more or less trying to pick his brain about what he knew about his mama's passing. And I just noticed, was like, okay, y'all real adamant and like, oh, where you been, how you been doing, da, da, da. Even though I just knew it was fake love, because it was just like, okay, if that man want to be bothered, he could be bothered and stuff like that. I even remember reaching out to him, but they kept it real brief with me. So I was just like, I didn't feel no importance or relevance to keep the conversation going, because I was like, shit, I'm a type of person, if you don't want to connect to me, I'm not gonna force nothing, I'm gonna keep it moving. However, if you listen to this video, you might want to go look into the passing of your mama, because I felt it was funny, because I knew she moved to New York. She was doing real estate. She was a musician. She was very beautiful. However, like, for them to say, like, he was Italian or whatever, but then it was just like, it was more or less like, it sounded more like she dating out the race type thing. And her passing didn't ever really make sense to me. It didn't ever make sense to me, because it was like, why are y'all so adamant to put it on this dude? Because I felt like the dude that took her away to move up to New York, I felt like he really loved her or whatever, because she was always happy. Any pictures and stuff like that, she looked happy. She was well dressed or whatever the case may be. Now, granted, maybe he probably was in the mob life and stuff like that, and maybe she knew a lot of stuff going on in his life. However, I don't feel like it was nothing to do with that, because it was like, with them, we may have been in Oklahoma. However, I knew they had heavy contacts, especially with Mexico and Texas and Arkansas, you name it. Like, they had heavy connections, even though it's like we may have lived real poor, but they had heavy connections. But you know what I'm saying, sex workers tend to have really good connections due to the simple fact, if you want people to keep your deepest, darkest secrets, shit, a sex worker can get away with it so much more. And that's why y'all be like, oh, why they get to do this and why they get to do that, and how did they get it? Ain't no secret about how to do it. It's just like, are you willing to put your dignity and pride to the side to go ahead and do that? Because, hey, what comes along with it is just comes along with it. And it's just like, respect the game or whatever the case may be. However, that's just how people manipulate the game, because in this day and age, a lot of people don't really be knowing what they want. The sneaky link and all this other bullshit, dumb, which is really fucking dumb shit, is how they get away with everything. Sex sells. So, of course, with it sells so well, you can get away with whatever it is that you want. If I could keep your infidelities, you swinger, you like to peg, and you like to do whatever the case may be, I could blackmail you with that, and you gonna do whatever it is that I tell you. As long as I keep that secret, you can get away with it. Or if you're the type of woman or the man will be like, hey, I'm cool with it, or players and pimps or whatever. That's why that energy and stuff like that is able to get away with what it is today. However, when I started to listen to everything, I remember that funeral in particularly sticks out to me. And that funeral happened between 91 to 94. I'm not even going to press it out to 96, because even then, I'm going to put it between 91 and 1994, because then I was still watching What's the 411. That's when Mary J. Blige's album dropped, What's the 411. So all those scams and stuff like that, because it still go on. The biggest scam right now is insurance scam. A lot of people, because it's not regulated, and the U.S. is not regulated, and that's why a lot of people getting into predicaments and stuff like that as it is. Especially with me, shit, they put stuff on top of my head over what, $400,000, like what? But with my kids, especially my special needs son, the one that passed away in 2021, and then the one that I got with me now, like, why are y'all like, I didn't understand. I didn't question it. And it was like they took it as naive, but it was one of those, it's like, how somebody do something and you just be like, okay, whatever. Like, because I'm not a person, I don't feel like having to argue and go back and forth with you. And they know me, like, back in the day, if I felt like I had to keep going back and forth with you, I'm just gonna hit you and your stuff. And after that, we got to keep bringing it up. You already know what comes right after that. I'm gonna drag you, and I promise you're gonna be sitting in the motherfucking hospital. I don't have time for all that going back and forth stuff. So they knew that back in the day. So it was a lot of times they used to try to avoid trying to tell me something or something like that. But it was more or less, I used to tell them, don't lie to me. The worst thing that you could ever do in your life, the type of person I am, do not lie. I don't care if you feel like it's going to hurt your feelings or it's going to make you feel, I don't care. Just like how I am now, like I'm way much calmer and I'm more able to articulate myself, versus back then I didn't know how to express myself, or I didn't feel like I was articulating myself. So more or less, if I didn't feel like I could articulate, I would write. So around this time of Marion passing, I just remember just hearing, like, if Quentin and them didn't get something, there was money involved in it, like big money. However, it was just like, something ain't right. And just eventually, like, people just understand, like, I don't care. Like, baby, do what y'all have to do. Like, if you gonna come for me, baby, I'm not going down without a goddamn fight. And then it's after that, because I know I'm going to be proven to be right about everything that I'm saying. Hey, whatever happens to you, happens. Because I was like, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it, because by all means necessary, I got to protect my kids, and then protecting my mental peace and sanity, because it's like, it's old to me for people to keep trying to say, oh, you crazy for saying this, you crazy for saying that, you betraying the family. Shit, family was the first people that I learned from that will betray you, that will hurt you, that will manipulate you, that will sell you, that will put you up under the sun. Like, I was called a rapist, I was called a molester, I was called everything. I was called crazy, bipolar, schizophrenic, you name it. Like, she got AIDS, she got HIV, she got herpes, she got this, she got that. And it's just like, if that ever had happened, shit, y'all the ones that sold me, or y'all was the ones sitting there paying for people to come do that type of stuff to me, versus you being the actual real family to say, hey, this is what we going, what we need to do, talk about it. Like I said in other videos previous, like I was offered a job at a prestigious hospital, and my auntie was the head of like the nurses and stuff like that in that hospital, and you make it your fucking business to tell them, oh, don't hire her because of what? You didn't want me to make more money than you did? Like that's just sad and miserable to me. And then it's like with your husband, like you're less of a man to me. Like I would not ever see you in your manhood. Like regardless of what you do, you sitting there right beside her, and you couldn't stand up to your wife and tell her like, hey, this is kind of wrong. And you supposedly Christians, and you go to church, and oh, the Lord says this and the Bible says this, and we went to the pastor to have why is the pastor doing any kind of thing? Because the pastor should have been amongst himself. Well, where's your niece at? Why don't you bring her in? And why? Oh, she don't believe in it. No, don't be sitting there lying and talking on the behalf of me, because it was like a lot of times they will make it their business to talk on the behalf of another family member without even discussing, let alone y'all got the person's phone number. Don't even pick up the phone to ask the particular questions that you need to be asking about what happened. However, a lot of the stuff within the so-called family that I was in, baby, they was really messy, and they would be willing to take each other out just to keep secrets and stories from coming out, because they don't want to be seen in a particular way. Y'all too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses, or oh baby, I'm about my money. And it was like they would use each other to a point, like, for real, if you find out that there's other identities, I ain't been in the United States in almost, it's 2 years, going on 3 years. So it's just like, make logical sense to me to say what it is that these people would say and do to your face. And as soon as they walk away, like, you done had, I think her name is Stacy or Shell, however they want to call it. They've been friends for, however long. But as soon as you hang up that phone, you quick to talk like dog crap about her. But oh, she's calling me because she in the middle of writing a book. Yeah, she writing a book. Shit, I'm pretty sure. I hope the book is really fucking good. But whatever you put in there, it better be the fucking truth. But whatever it is, if you got me in it, you better go ahead and give me my ends. Because at the end of the day, I'm collecting dollars from everybody that wanted to sit there holler and tell a lie. Run me my money. Because it's like, y'all done put me through enough trauma. Y'all done put me through enough fucking PTSD. And everything that I had and needed, everybody, wasn't nobody fucking there for me. So just remember that when y'all at the lowest and stuff like that, and I was at the lowest of my low, that at the same time y'all uploaded videos because I was at my lowest. It was even times where it was like I had to use the fucking bathroom, didn't have enough money to go get fucking tissue, because the last money I had to choose, do I get a thing of tissue, or I get my son some food and something to drink? And I'm gonna make sure that my son gets some food and something to drink, because baby, hey, you gotta take a shit, you just gonna have to hop up in that shower and go do that. Hey, you gotta use that I got a vagina, I got a clean towel, and this towel just gonna have to get thrown away in the trash, because hey, I ain't got no money to go ahead and be able to go get me some goddamn tissue. And it was just like, I just remember all those fucking nights where I'm having to cry. I'm crying. Like, there's no reason for me to fucking be crying like that, because I'm choosing, like, damn, I get some food? Am I gonna miss these fucking doctor's appointments because I'm missing doctor's appointments because I got to choose between going to a doctor appointment or make sure my son got Pampers and the other one got food and something to fucking drink? No, nobody knows that kind of fucking struggle. Or you got to sit there because I got a fucking migraine because I'm sacrificing to make sure that I don't eat and I don't drink nothing because my son needs Pampers. The other one needs something to drink and something to eat. Or, hey, he needs some new underwears, them underwears that he growing out of. So, hey, you got to pull out about $10, $12 because he needs some new underwear because, hey, you ain't got enough detergent to keep scrubbing on there. Or I'm having to go buy the hand bar laundry soap and scrub all my clothes by hand and drying them and taking me 3, 4, 5 days to go through everybody's clothes and make sure it's clean because, hey, my special needs son, if he peed through his stuff and through his mess and they get on the sheets and stuff like that, and ain't nobody sitting there helping. But people made it enough time to make a phone call. I'm all the way in a whole different country, but I'm forgetting that, hey, they got connections over here. I don't know what city that they had connections in Puerto Rico, but I knew for a fact that they had connections out here in Puerto Rico. Because it's like, how is it that I'm running into the same fucking issue that I was dealing with in the States? But then it was like, oh shit, not only that we got some people like that, but it was a dude that I'm laying up with that you get involved with, you willing to betray me because you didn't know how to trust anybody and open up your heart. So it's just like, of course I'm gonna go into fucking depression, but I ain't gonna off myself because I remember, hey, I've been through this time after time after time. Shit, I got fucking 4, 5 baby daddies, and baby, I made it through time after time. However, y'all need to know, trying to take off somebody because you feel like, oh, another person's gonna be better than you, and y'all keep trying to, oh, it's this, it's that, even down to the church thing. I don't remember his wife's name. If your last name is Timms, I think his name was Timothy Timms or Pastor Timms, whatever the case may be. New Destiny Christian. Pastor Paula White. She ain't got no business being up in the fucking pulpit. That motherfucker's worse than the fucking, if you talking about a motherfucker doing witchcraft, reading tarot, she a motherfucker, she listen to tarot. There ain't no way in heck that you gonna sit there, oh, this person is the thing of God and da 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 da. Girl, please go sit down. Have you 10,000 goddamn seats? Please have you 10,000 seats. Paula White, please go have you several seats. You don't want it with nobody because it's like, oh yeah, it's the trailer park. I used to live in the trailer park, so I know what the trailer park is like. Shit, 8 Mile. Shit, I remember watching 8 Mile for the first time. I relate. I remember watching Hustle and Flow. I can relate. Empire, I can relate. What was the newest video where it was the sound of, I think the sound of something about the little girl singing, and she ended up getting sex trafficked because they told her she had an opportunity to go model or whatever the case may be, and that agent, he didn't stop until he got to that child. I remember relating to that. I remember breaking down fucking crime because, hey, that happened to me. So it ain't no guarantee that this Rawls lady is my real mama or this looter dude is my real father, because, hey, he used to be a pimp and she was a hoe, but she was also a madam. After she came out of her whole phase, she knew how to pimp some of these women. Miss Anderson did too. Dawkins did too. And it was, the only difference is she made it her business to say, hey, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in a smart way, but at least I got money to get away with it, with whatever it is that I want to do. So it's not like, oh, you over there is living in what? Your house is close, worth to what, $1 million maybe? You over there in Sarasota? Y'all riding around in BMWs all of a sudden? When your child was sitting there on the phone, y'all had me all on the line because she want to go get her booty done. I need $1,800 more dollars. Kiera calling my phone talking about I need $1,800. Baby, you calling the wrong person. Where y'all at when I'm sitting here, calling because, hey, I just need somebody to come sit with the kids for, 2-3 hours so I can go run to the VA, go do some errands and just get, at least 10 minutes or an hour to myself so I can just think straight and figure out what's my next plan. But y'all didn't want to do that. Courtney moves to Atlanta, but she in Atlanta getting tricked on, but she ignoring her own fucking teenage daughter for an old ass man that's sitting there sexualizing her daughter. And I'm sitting here telling y'all, oh, Sharita, quit talking like that. Why you always talking like that? You just mean you don't want to see nobody happy. No, y'all hoes is just dumb, and y'all want to sit there and be blind and oblivious to the shit that's really going on. So that's the type of dysfunction and dumb shit that was going on. So that's why it's like a lot of stuff, like, when it comes to family, baby, I don't do that family shit. The family that I get concerned of is about anything that I push out of this coochie. Okay? If it ain't coming out of my cooter-doo, I ain't worried about what you do. It got to come out of my cooter-doo. Okay? If it ain't come out of my cooter-doo, I don't worry about what you do. And however, the one person, y'all, Rawls, Dawkins, Chapman, all of y'all knew y'all was fucking dead wrong, and y'all involved my fucking teenage daughter in it, and now y'all took away my child to feel like she gotta be involved in some dumb shit that she ain't had no business in. I promise y'all gonna pay for that. I promise y'all. So whatever it is, if the feds, whatever the case may be, Make sure y'all look fresh as hell while the feds watching, because I'm making sure the feds watching, because the most of what they gonna watch me on what she doing, I watch me a little flick to go ahead and please myself to go to sleep. I'll be on my computer, I'll read my book, I'll worry about my kids. I ain't gotta worry about nothing else. What's she doing? Why she doing? Why she say that? Half the viewers on here is men. Johnny over there, you call yourself, oh, y'all we and this and y'all we that. Can y'all all just fucking agree? And the Lord is the Lord. Jesus walked the earth, and call it what the fuck it is. I ain't no damn atheist. I ain't no Christian either. I ain't no Baptist. I ain't no Pentecostal. I'm just not tied up in motherfucking religion, but I understand it and I respect it. Because it's needed, because some of y'all motherfuckers do need to be fucking controlled. Because y'all act like it's a goddamn circus. Shit, the only fucking religion that do, the only few religions that do got fucking control and understanding at least a little bit of decent structure is the damn Muslims and the damn Jews. And the Catholics. They the only ones that got fucking structure. Shit, but the only thing with the fucking Catholic, the only problem I got with the damn Catholic shit, y'all get confessions. And I'm talking about confessions that could put people away for centuries. But however, that's between them and the priest, remember? I don't remember them signing no damn HIPAA when they coming over there to confessions. However, that ain't none of my business, because religion ain't none of my stuff. The only real pastors that I could say I could respect out there is the Jakes dude, Osteen, and he's on YouTube. I only see him mainly on YouTube. Stephen Freckens or something like that. They some real pastors. I can vouch for them three. T.D. Jakes' daughter. I can vouch for them. But them other ones, oh no. But yeah, looking into them passes, the murders and stuff like that. Because baby, if y'all feel like, oh, I'm gonna do this spell and I can look into your Akashic records and I can look at who's is in this station, I'm gonna do some divination. Baby, divination can only go so far if you don't understand the blood, the lineage, where they come from, who they come from, who's the actual real parents and the real original bloodline. Baby, you probably could tie the person up for a little while. For the maximum, because every Chinese astrology changed every 12 years. Baby, the maximum time that you can sit there and conjure up these little things, it can only last up to the maximum of 12 years. However, in them 12 years, what you choose to do between it, that's on you. Because some of y'all know the tarot probably be the key and clue to help the majority of it. Like I said, tarot saved my motherfucking life, because if I didn't tap in, when I did tap in and tune in for myself, which I already knew I had the gift of it, but I didn't understand it, and I took the time to understand it, baby, it's been a blessing. I ain't gonna disrespect nobody, but you show and prove. Show and prove. Oh, I'm blessed, I'm anointed, I'm divine, baby. But your character and how you behave and how you move, because if you make it your business to talk about all your clients that come to talk to you and stuff like that, okay, that's between you and that client, aka Catholic. That's confessions. These are my confessions. Oh, one of the ushers having asses. You know what I'm saying? Like, something with Los Angeles as well. Somebody lives in LA, and the only person that I know that used to live, danger, watch yourself. I know, don't get beside yourself. Mystical, that he dated Sandra, that's her name. So it's a lot of people that knows the keys in my life, because what I had noticed throughout my life, a lot of people have always been afraid to look me in my eye. One. Two, if I ever ask them, like, why is it that you do that, they won't ever answer. Three, is people can only stay around me, especially when I used to go to family function, the longest that they could really just be around me before I could be looking, I'll look at them upside their head and just start reading them to filth. It's about 5 to 10 minutes, because they know, like, I'm going to start questioning your ass, because I'm going to drill you. I'm the type of person, and especially if you feel like you fit to be around me and you're going to be fake and funny, don't do it. Please don't do it. because that irritates me. I hate small talk. You want to be on small talk, go take that over there with somebody else. If I feel like you being fake and phony, I'm going to tell you that. And if you feel like you want to fight, okay, shit, understand, I'm not going to fucking run away from that shit. It is what it is. I don't care if you're big, small, fat, tiny. Don't approach me if you feel like I'm not no punk. I'm not scared, but it's like I don't look for trouble. I don't look for drama. I'm not a person. I'm not, looking to hurt nobody. But hey, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. If I got to defend myself, I'm going to defend myself. However, it's not like I'm looking for trouble. I'm looking for issues. And it's like people will make it their business because it's like, oh, look what she got on. Motherfucker, what I got on, I put it on because I feel good. I feel good. Even with my fupa, I feel good. I look good. Okay? And if you don't like that, that's your personal problem. Admit the fact that you just don't have that confidence within yourself to say, hey, shit, she put it on. I'm going to put it on. But that girl saying, I'm going to put it on. Gut out, hips out, thighs out, booty out. I'm going to put it on. It makes me feel good. It don't make me know, oh, she must be a hoe. She must be this. I ain't none of those things. Baby, I'm very picky anyway. And even then when I'm picky, hell, I'll be okay with a rose for the rest of my life, honestly. Give me a rose, I'll be happy with that for the rest of my life. Because, baby, I really don't need it because it's like I got enough self-control for that. So, like, you could be the finest thing on earth, baby, and she could be soaked and be ready for you. And if your behavior, your character, and what you got going on, not even the money shit, you could be a billionaire right now. I'm gonna do this and this and that. Okay, that ain't got shit to do with me because your character and how you carry yourself, what was your past history, what's your goals, what's your ambitions, what was your last relationship like? Okay, I'm gonna go on about my business. Because honestly, like I tell y'all I would prefer to be by myself because shit is more peaceful. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. And it ain't about who or what. However, let's nip all this stuff in the butt because it's just like, let the past be the past. Because it's like, I don't like to do all that drama, like that baby daddy drama. And to keep that over there, like, people be feeling like you gonna have beef with me. What you having beef with me? And it better not be over no man. It better not be over no woman because, baby, I don't want it. Because where? I don't do the baby daddy drama. If anything, most of my baby daddies tell you they're scared of me. How are they gonna respect me? They gonna respect my gangster. And reason being why the last baby daddy wanted to take me out, with the help and assistance because my family just hated me so fucking bad, and they still do, and they know. We family, please don't ever pull that card. Because anybody trying to call me with that, we family, you ain't got no business. Please don't pull that card. Because I might laugh in your face. It ain't even matter. I will laugh in your face because, baby, that we family and baby, go sit down. You weren't thinking about being family when you did what you did, how you did it, and when you did it to these other folks. Because it's a lot of people getting caught up in stuff because you vengeful and you're hateful, and you need to own the fact that you're vengeful, you're hateful, you're jealous, and you sitting there in the 7 deadly sins. And understand, it's 7 deadly sins for a reason. You fall into that trap of the deadly sins, baby, you gonna end up getting that life sentence, which is either one, I'm locked up, they won't let me out, or you just might as well go see the Grim Reaper. It's one of the two. You gonna 12 feet under. It's actually 6 feet, but I know you're gonna be 12 feet. So y'all need to quit just playing that stuff, and it just is what it is. The truth is the truth. It don't make nobody no snitch, but it's like eventually it comes to a point where people get tired of it. That's just like a woman just sitting there where I think her name was Yvette. I'm so serious. I sat there and watched this man beat the living crap out of her because I want to say that woman literally had just had a fucking baby. Beat her so fucking bad. She leaking. The baby screaming and hollering. She trying to breastfeed, and because she didn't come quick enough, he called her name, and I think he needed a spoon or a napkin or something like that. Mind you, she literally that baby was fresh, and beat her down. Stuff you shouldn't see. The cocaine queen, the Miami cocaine queen, it turns people ruthless because that be people's lives. That's why some of these people get on drugs so hard and they don't mind, like, oh, I'm gonna flip my sister. I'll flip. It's people that flip their kids and get on these drugs so hard because, hey, I needed the money. I'm still, and to them, in their mind, they feel like they still doing something right because they feel like, hey, I still fed you. I still clothed you. I gave you what you needed, but you didn't give me the love back in return. But, you know, they not understanding, like, you put me in so much life danger when they got to go to school and they see the kids that do got healthy parents, like, hey, their parents made them lunch. Their parents picked them up and it's like, they might have got a bad grade and didn't pass their spelling test, but the parent, you know what? Good job, buddy. You did awesome. You did your best. But, you know, we can go ahead and study tonight. You ready to go to karate? You ready to go to soccer? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine being that kid on the outside looking in, and you that kid that gotta go home to your mama calling you all B's and H's and N's and you ain't ish, and because they hold on to resentment to what the baby daddy did, or because they husband or boyfriend or whatever the hell it is left them. Or somebody's child got snatched up, taken away, and they ain't seen them in years because y'all don't know how to tell the truth about what happened and why such and such that. And especially, it's heavy in black families where they be trying to keep these secrets because, ooh, black love, baby, man, fuck that. I'm going to make it my business to date outside my race. That's why in the black community, that's why we got so many damn slow ass kids as the fuck it is. And I'm gonna be the one to fucking say it. Y'all can fight me, y'all can argue with it, but it's the truth. And it's the fucking fact. Y'all not doing DNA tests. Y'all laying up. I want me a black king, baby. Give me everything else but anything that's black, anything that's German, Scottish, Irish. I don't want none of them. You want to know why I don't want it? Because it's in my diner. And I don't know if you could be a long distance fucking cousin. You know, we can end up being like the fucking Roosevelt, the President Roosevelt. He married to his damn cousin. Oh, she was his fifth cousin. No, Eleanor was his fucking first cousin. That was like, shit, they kids gotta be sister, brother, uncle, cousin. That's why they got the Uncle Grandpa fucking cartoon show. These damn cartoon shows and all these productions, if y'all look up these damn production companies is made up of how all the fucking United States is fucking ran. Ain't nobody stupid. I mean, well, if you ain't got common sense to put the pieces together, then that's on you. You know, half of the productions, they tell you what it is. People that be walking around with these Roman numerals, that it tells you, it should be telling you, you're marked. That's why when you go to the hospital, when people be watching Grey's Anatomy, girl, did you watch Grey's Anatomy? Girl, it ain't about, did you watch it? Did you pay attention? Oh, you didn't pay attention? Oh, no. Okay. That's real life. Oh, did you watch the new season of Law and Order? Oh, y'all didn't, you just watched it. You didn't pay attention. That's why, you know, with Snoop and Dr. Dre and all that stuff, which I wish I could get my hands on that. He just need that healing. Once he healed that wound, I promise you that man will be even more better. Kendrick Lamar, all that, it's all that stuff. But, you know, back to, you know, what it is. Marion, something happened in that situation. However, let's just say jealousy and hate, sister or brotherly love or hate, envy, or whatever the case may be. And it's like money. It's giving me that show American Greed mixed in with the show Snapped. Or, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, I have a cousin. I'm just going to call her the Gemini cousin. Like, oh, cousin, you doing so great. And she not realizing, like, bruh, oh, my husband, girl, what you talking about your husband? Your husband is like, oh, I miss him, girl. He dead, he gone. He fucked around with your sister. And you knew what it was. He's sitting there beating on you and you still trying to post him. Girl, what you flooding about that? Because you still worried about what these other people. Girl, move on with your fucking life. And you know you can fucking move on. And you sitting here feeling bad and depressed and guilty and stuff like that. But you should feel even more guilty because you was playing in my face. And I made it very fucking clear to everybody. If you going to talk to me and you talking to somebody else that I know for a fucking fun fact that they two-faced as hell and you feel like you fit to talk to me, get off my line. Oh, I just keep up with them just to just be nice and stuff. Okay, well, go ahead and stay over there and be nice. Don't talk to me. Because that being nice turn into you want to figure out what's going on in my motherfucking life. And you don't need to know what's going on in my motherfucking life because you still talking to the motherfucker that will tell everything else about everybody else's life but their own and what their agenda is. And I ain't got time for that because, baby, I'm cool, calm, and collective. But don't push me to a situation or to a point where if I got to handle you, I'm going to handle you. And how I handle you, I'm not afraid to go ahead and tell the police about what it is that I'm going to do, in which that will make it premeditated. However, I'm not looking for anything to be premeditated, so I might as well stay in my own lane, mind my own business, and do my own fucking thing, and that shit works perfectly fine. However, I'm just figuring out now, you know what I'm saying? I understood all those people were paid to be in my life or directed because it's like, hey, when they talk amongst their food chain, especially with them, you know, escorts and SW workers and stuff like that, when the chatter is in the line, aka watching the show John Wick, when that chatter goes in that line, and it's certain kind of money up in there, especially in the black line, or you know, they got their little ties, baby. It's a real thing, and everybody be trying to take it as if a joke, and it's like, oh, well, you trying to snitch. No, ain't nobody trying to snitch on nothing. It's called when you're affecting somebody's life, and I'm doing my best to live and take care of my kids. That's all I fucking want to do. I want to live, take care of my kids, travel the world, and mind my business. That's it. And if you wanted to get help through, you know, my channeling or, you know, tarot, whatever the case may be, I will be grateful and happy to help you. However, if you're not here to genuinely get the help and you just trying to keep questioning over the same thing, baby, I'm a person that I give you a chance to tell you twice. The third time, you on your goddamn own. If I gotta get ready, if it seems like I'm sitting here repeating the same thing twice again, baby, you fit to be on your own. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't get upset and mad at me because you talking to me and you hurt my feelings. I don't give a fuck about none of that because you weren't worried about my feelings or my emotions in the fucking first place. I'm just here to just try to help you. It may be a bunch of tough love, but you're gonna be all right. You'll be all right. Get the fuck up. This shit, if I gotta keep getting the fuck up, and I ain't got nobody. I ain't got no brother, no sister, no auntie, no uncle, no mama, no daddy, no, you know, granny, nobody. Shit, it's like I remember times where I was calling people, I was offering to pay for their fucking flight to come help you. Oh no, I can't do this. But yet I turn around, here they are taking pictures. Oh, I flew to go to this place and I flew over here. Oh, you could fly everywhere else, and I offered to pay for you to come where I was at. And you basically tell them, oh, well, I'll still call you and talk to you where everything. No, fuck you. Stay where the fuck you at, because when I needed you, where you was at. So we good. Let's call it even. Cut your tie and call it that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, ain't no calling me back, call me back. No, it ain't no call me back. Oh, help me with this and help me with that. Why would I help you with that? So now I'm on that type of time. You pay me for my time. And if y'all need readings, whatever the case may be, it's $100 for that 15-minute consult. Period. And I'm in my feelings to really put it $100 for a 10-minute consult. Keyword, I will put it literally 10 minutes. You want to talk to me? Pay the money. You pay me to talk. Period. Because I really don't like people. I really don't like the human beings, how y'all act, how y'all behave, because it's like it literally feels like it's good versus evil. Like the Stokes, y'all sit here, y'all pretend like, oh, we all for God. We start our own ministry. I think they call it like Living Ministries or whatever the case. I'm going to call y'all out. Y'all had Shaquetta Love sitting there trying to play like, oh, girl, I come to church, and y'all want to be friends and buddy. The same thing with you. You know what I'm saying? My old song First Class. And you lucky I can't remember your name off the top of my head, because it's like you did help me. But however, you did try to play on my motherfucking top. And this is supposed to be unity or brotherhood. It's supposed to be a brotherhood or sisterhood for the military. So that's why it's like I don't have faith in like military for all them damn years. And y'all sit there and y'all knew I was a good person. Y'all came over here and y'all wanted to play on me. Like, we all veterans. We all went to war together. And it was like, it was sad that even in my own fucking military career, I used to have to keep something on me. Like, of course, we had our guns and stuff like that. And I knew guns, and I wasn't going to shoot no friendly fire. But they knew, everybody knew, do not approach me from behind. I will swing at you. If not, you better pray to God I ain't got nothing in my head. Because if you got cut, stabbed, whatever the case may be, that was on you. And I used to tell people, please don't do that. It was horrible being in fucking Afghanistan. Shit, I wasn't even afraid of enemy fire. I was more concerned about getting hurt by friendly fire, if not getting hurt, snatched up, or whatever the case may be. So I used to have to keep something on me at all times where it still derives on me. And from that time, from I went to Afghanistan all the way back to when I came back stateside, that shit was just back to back for the last 12 years. Not no more. Not no more. Y'all can go play with whoever else it is that y'all want to go play with. Family, friend, foe, military friend. I don't care what it is. Put it on the front line. Leave me alone, because it's like, I'm just looking to live my life. Y'all too concerned about what's on the news. Shit, the news is just a distraction. It's just a tool to do what it is that they need to do. Because when the real stuff get ready to pop, y'all ain't gonna know what to do. Oh, wait, they crazy. Oh, yeah, it's crazy until it's not crazy no more. Oh, it's horrible, it's bad. Shit, they tell you terror is bad right now. Shit, somebody else, you go to another country, reading that goddamn Bible is bad. So what you saying? The Bible is just as word. That Bible is full of so many spells to do what it is that you need to. And then so many people, oh, she was a Jezebel. Every woman in the Bible was a Jezebel. We ain't gonna talk about, some of y'all being HOMO. Okay, it was supposed to be an abomination, right? It was considered an abomination. That's just the truth of the matter. However, everybody that was in there, outside of the angels didn't participate in that. It was just you little human fleshes that didn't have self-discipline, or it was because y'all overindulged in it. That's why it became an abomination, because it was overindulgent in it, involving children in it. Philia. If y'all look up the definition of philia, Latin terms, y'all will make sense that it was actually a okay thing to do. That's why when y'all judging another country, don't be too quick to judge this country, because philia was out before y'all even knew what it was about. Ethos, confirmation for somebody. However, conversation, discussion, whatever the case may be, whoever is cross-examining, because the craziest thing, I got more males that watch my channel than anything. So hopefully y'all dudes is learning something. Better for me, 10 times worse for you, because it's a whole bunch of dudes going against a woman. I feel proud. Whatever the case may be. However, do your thing. It is what it may be, but hopefully y'all go back to the beginning and go research those things, because something's gonna get the pieces together. Because baby, something, it's a little shaky and it sounded real snaky. So a lot of people is fakey too. So don't pay attention to all that stuff. All right, over now.